Hi, welcome to Sun Tribe Tarot. My name is Zelda, and this is going to be a monthly love reading for Geminis for July and going into August, so basically for the next 4 weeks. And it is a general reading, so please take it as it resonates and leave the rest. There might be different messages for different people. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs. So if your sun sign does not resonate, please do check your Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs to see if any messages in those readings resonate with you. And if not, I'm sorry. I'm not picking up on your energy this time, hopefully in the next reading. When I read for you and for the person you're dealing with, Gemini, the energies actually can apply to your situation in reverse. So keep that in mind. Again, take it as it resonates for you. And this is a love reading, so for a lot of you it will be about romantic partnerships. But it doesn't have to be for some of you. Instead, it can be about family relationships, friends, colleagues, so people or person you have emotional ties with. But for a lot of you, it will be about romance. So, yeah, take it how it resonates. It might be different for different Geminis. Besides that, how are my Geminis doing? I hope you guys are doing really good. Let's see what energies you're dealing with, and what energies will be influencing you for the next 4 weeks when it comes to your love life and relationships, Geminis. Let's see. A couple more shuffles and then I will start. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. All right, Gemini, let me focus. That's great. All right, Gemini, love life, relationships, Gemini. All right, let's begin. Gemini. Ooh. Gemini love life. Started pretty good. I'm going to show you the cards in a second. Definitely started really good. Where's that card? All right. So just to show you, I have the Fool crowning your reading, influencing you, but also possibly the person you're dealing with as well. Well, this goes right here and this goes here. Okay. So, ooh, and I got your card too, Gemini, which I'll get to in a second. So new beginnings, fresh new start, new chapter opening up in your life. Well, more like a completely new journey, like a new book, rather than just a chapter. Oh my. I wonder, is this somebody new or somebody you're already dealing with? Gemini. Gemini life. Couple more cards. Okay, so yes, with the Fool, that's Uranus planet, so Aquarius energy there. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. I'm just going to tell you the signs real quick, the energies influencing the readings. Again, I have Aquarius, I have I'm sorry, of course you're Gemini. Sagittarius, I have Libra, I have Capricorn, I have Virgo, I have Aries so far. That's screaming to me. You could be dealing with one of these signs or have, strong effects from one of these signs, or these are just the energies influencing the reading. Doesn't have to be one of these signs. But yes, with the Fool, there is completely new page opening up in your life, new journey, fresh energy, taking a new leap of faith. Having a lot of joy, looking forward in life, optimism, or carefree attitude. I also have the Temperance along with the Queen of Swords for you, Gemini. So there's a lot of balance, a lot of healing, a lot of harmony. If you don't feel this yet, it's coming. And with the Queen of Swords, you're definitely stepping into your element. Very rational, very reasonable, very clear-minded, and not afraid to express your opinion, but more so in a peaceful and harmonious way, since it's influenced by the Temperance. Temperance also brings some patience here in dealing with this person or in this situation. Okay, you're Queen of Swords, and the person you're dealing with is looking like Queen of Pentacles. I have Queen of Pentacles along with the Ace of Swords for the person you're dealing with. So you could be dealing with an earth sign or somebody who has like earth rising, moon, Venus, or Jupiter, but doesn't have to be. They're very grounded. They're not afraid to put in work. They could be pretty stubborn or materialistic, but they're also nurturing, caring, giving in a material, tangible way again. They could be pretty like hardworking and value loyalty and stability and trust. This could be somebody new for some of you, but it doesn't have to be. But I am getting a lot of new, fresh energy here. Whether you're dealing with somebody you already know, it's like a new way of, approaching each other or the relationship. Or for a lot of you, it could be somebody new again. Ace of Swords. This is them being very clear with communication, very clear-minded. They're also influenced by air, at least moving forward. So very rational, logical, but also grounded since they're the Queen of Pentacles. Between you, I have the Two of Swords. So this is somebody, either you're like, you're trying to find balance or make a decision, but it's also like you connecting with this person mentally or having clear communication with them. Since you are Queen of Swords, they're Ace of Swords, and between you I have Two of Swords. That's a lot of clear communication, healthy communication. But there's also the Six of Pentacles, basically that dropped with the Two of Swords here. So when it comes to earth energy, there is like lack of equality here, lack of balance. Maybe some of you might address that issue or vice versa, that they feel like one person could be different for different Geminis. It could be like about loyalty, about money, about responsibility, accountability, stability, whatever applies. Or investment, being present, being serious about something, or grounded again. That could be like where one person is a lot that way and the other person is not. Like one person's giving or doing, the other person's not really matching the other person when it comes to these areas. So this could be talked about, be addressed, and it could come from either side because both sides are open to communication, it seems like. And I don't see a whole lot of like drama or conflict here, just a lack of balance that needs to be addressed. I mean, the Two of Swords is also about balance too, balancing the two swords. It's also about diplomacy, so the way you guys are handling it or will handle it seems pretty healthy. Moving forward, I have the Lovers card for you, which is a Gemini card, along with the Eight of Pentacles. So this is good. You're going to step into your element if you haven't already, which I think that you are, a lot of you. If you haven't, it's coming. And you're going to feel like it's on both sides. There is like a really strong connection with this person. Could be a soulmate, could be a twin flame, a spouse, somebody very close to your heart. Somebody you click with, connect with, both mentally and possibly passion-wise as well. Very passionate on both sides. And you're willing to really work at this. You're willing to work at this partnership, but also, again, if certain problems or issues or concerns are being expressed, you're willing to really put into work to overcome this, to fix it, or to resolve issues and meet halfway with this person. You guys, okay, this is interesting. So you guys may not, all right, I'm going to get to that because it's a little confusing. You could also be very much focused on your finances moving forward as well, working really hard for income, for stability, for security. You're not afraid to put in the work here when it comes to yourself and this partnership. For this person, I have the Four of Wands along with the Nine of Cups in reverse. So again, look, you're lovers and they're the Four of Wands. So you're mirroring each other. Both of you are feeling a lot of passion and connection here. For some of you, there could have been a commitment, but for others, there isn't yet. It's interesting because between you, I have the Hermit. So your lovers, they're Four Wands, but between you, there is the Hermit. That's why I was a little confused, because the Hermit is about solidarity. I can't say it. You know what I mean. Being alone, but since the Hermit is in the upright, it's healthy. It's like in order to find your inner guide, listen to some wisdom, and analyze things objectively. You take some time apart, or you take some time to yourself and be by yourself. There could also be like feelings of loneliness or being alone. So I don't know. Hold on. Let me get another card. I'm getting like two scenarios. Again, might be different for different Geminis. For some of you, the Hermit is about illuminating and understanding something that you guys might have not really paid attention to or known about before. So it may not necessarily be about being alone or isolated. It could also be about just like how the Hermit is holding that lantern and illuminating things. It's inner wisdom and inner guide being accessed. So if you are together, this doesn't necessarily mean about a breakup or anything like that. It's possibly about looking at things more carefully, more in a different, more in a way that's more wise, more informed. On both sides, actually. The person you're dealing with, though, they could have an attachment issue, especially emotionally, codependency. They could be a little too indulgent in relationships with the passion, with the love, or the idea of being committed to somebody. They could get easily attached and difficulty detaching themselves. They don't really feel emotionally independent. They could also have some emotional insecurities as well. Usually those types of codependencies does come from certain emotional problems or insecurities. Doesn't necessarily mean it's something like too big of a problem, but it is usually not really healthy. But there is passion. I don't want to be negative about it. I have the Nine of Cups in reverse for them. So they're definitely, when it comes to partnership, it's a lot of codependency, emotionally especially. They're not a person who feels emotionally independent, even when in a relationship. They might hold the other person responsible for their own happiness, or tie their self-worth, self-love, or a lot of things to how the emotional state is in a partnership, or how they feel, or how your emotional reactions are. So they're not really emotionally independent. For some of you, there could also be issues with addiction when it comes to this person. Keep in mind, again, when I'm reading for you and this person, for some of you, it can apply in reverse to your situation. So just take it as a resonate. Hi, guys. I am so sorry. The whole block lost electricity all of a sudden, so my Wi-Fi just went dead and I lost connection. Again, apologies. Lost electricity and Wi-Fi out of the blue. Mercury retrograde, huh? And on a Gemini reading, your ruling sign. What are the odds? Interesting. All right, where was I? Addiction issues and stuff, and I was saying that this person could be liable to losing themselves emotionally when they're attached to somebody in a relationship or partnership, especially one that's very passionate. So if these are issues that were not really apparent, they will be pretty obvious moving forward. And for some of you, there could possibly be a separation. Maybe you already have, since it starts with the Fool, and the Fool is usually by himself. So is the Hermit. If that's the case, then you still feel a connection with this person, or you will, but it may take a little time to actually commit. To get together. There might be some issues to really work on, or things to address before you do commit with this person. So it's possible for some of you there was a break or a separation due to things not being fair, equal, or the situation, partnership being one-sided in some ways. And if you guys want to come back together, one of you has to figure this inequality out and even out the scales here, match the other person's efforts or loyalty or responsibility and so on. So there might be different for different Geminis. Take it as it resonates. Let's see, moving forward, I have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse along with the Magician. Well, for some of you, this is about losing patience. The Magician is an Aries card, and Aries is not really known about being patient. It can be if they want to, though. But this could be about running out of patience, or there being issues from the past. It could be issues from the past, or it could be issues dealing with money or material things again. That is pretty negative. Somebody's holding on to it, like a grudge, or holding on to something that was done that was wrong, or said that was wrong, something that was not really, something that was negative. Again, for some of you, it could be financial issues that you're basically willing to work at, and with a lot of will, with a lot of talent, with a lot of conviction, with the Magician energy here, and trying to solve the issue, trying to remedy the problem, if that's the case. For the person you're dealing with, I do have the Knight of Swords along with the Nine of Swords in reverse moving forward. Between you two, I do have the Five of Swords in reverse, so I don't see any big fights or conflicts or arguments here. Some of you could be taking some time apart from this person. It's very possible. It may not resonate with everybody, but for some, I am getting that feeling here. And when you're apart, it's like you find some more balance and harmony, and are able to really work at things that really matter to you, or see things more clearly and objectively, possibly on both sides. But if this is the case, the other person is not really good at detaching from you, letting go of you, or the way they handle it again is with addiction or overindulgence, and not really being composed, emotionally. Let's see. So this person is going to try to really unburden themselves. They're going to try to get rid of a lot of anxieties, worries, fears, insecurities. Maybe regrets could be at play here for some of you when it comes to this person. And they're trying to let go of all of that, but the way they're going about it is by shutting down when it comes to communication. They may not be sharing this with you or cutting off communication again, and trying to get rid of a lot of anxieties. They're trying to avoid an argument, a fight, or a conflict here. For you, it's impatience. For them, it's like cutting off communication, maybe giving a silent treatment for some of you. Let's see. I want to see this hermit here. Ooh. Okay. All right. Well, for some of you, the hermit definitely is. Wow. All my cards just fell down. It definitely is about not communicating. I have the page of swords in reverse, clarifying the hermit. So keeping an eye on each other, or at least one person keeping tabs on the other, but the communication is not really there. Taking some time apart, even though you feel connected to each other. Well, the Lover's card is also about making decisions, so it can also be about you deciding to handle your own business and work at things that really matter to you, or work at something that you feel very passionate about. Doesn't necessarily have to be about love. It can be also about things involving money, career, passion and stuff like that. Give me 1 second. Let me pick up all these cards that just fell down. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah. When the cards fall on the ground, sometimes the ones that I see face up do have a message. So I do have the 10 of swords along with the Hierophant in reverse. So this is stressful. This is it's taking a different turn. The Hierophant in reverse is about freeing yourself, doing things differently, detaching, being unconventional, not being non-committal. And the 10 is about endings or feeling betrayed or too stressed and too trapped, and bringing a situation to completion due to this. A lot of anxiety and stuff like that. So that could be possible for some of you. Let's see, but not necessarily for everybody, of course. I'm just going to leave those cards there. Wow. I saw these cards, they showed themselves, but they didn't fall down, so I put them back and shuffled, and it came out again. So it just had to. I have the 4 of Cups. So yeah, for some of you, there was a rejection, or is, and taking some time apart. Maybe it already has happened for some of you. For others, you might be going through it or about to. Because the situation is not like emotionally fulfilling. Even though there is passion, it's not a fulfilling situation or partnership. You're not getting your 10 emotional fulfillment, whatever that means to you. Might be different for different Geminis. Could be happy family, happy marriage, happy relationship, happy friendship. I don't know. It's, you want something fulfilling and healthy and prosperous in emotional ways, but that's not present. So somebody here is like, no, I'm not interested. I don't want to repeat the same thing over and over again, or I'm tired, or I'm underwhelmed here, and there's a rejection. And those cards came out for the Hermit here because I wanted to see if there's any other possible explanations with the Hermit. And yeah, besides the Page of Swords in reverse, cutting off communication and being emotionally distant. I also have the 8 of Swords in reverse, so this is about freeing yourself again. It's similar to the Ten of Swords here in the sense that you feel trapped, you feel anxious, you feel worried, or just super stressed, and no matter what you do, it just doesn't work. Or you feel like you're attacked from all sides or backstabbed, whatever the case is, you bring it to an end due to all of this. It's a completion. So the Eight of Swords in reverse is about also freeing yourself, taking yourself out of this mental prison, out of this prison built on stress and anxiety and worries and overthinking. Or again, manipulations and stuff, possibly. It doesn't have to be, but for some of you, you could be dealing with a situation that has some manipulations. I'm saying that because of the Nine of Cups in reverse here. If it is, it's emotional. But, you know, whatever the case, it's freeing yourself, getting out of this situation. Because it's just not bringing you happiness, like true, fulfilling happiness. Or again, could go vice versa for some of you. Let's see now. I want to look further into these future cards here. Hold on. Because these cards were like falling out a lot. Let me see. Magician. Somebody wants to come back out from the cold. But this is also about trying to, again, fix financial issues. As I say that, I got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, which literally is about financial issues or material problems. Debt, loss of income, trouble with job, career, or feeling secure and stable, like stability in a tangible way. So look at all these cards. These are showing up for you, Gemini, but again, it could be reversed for some of you. I have the Seven of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, and Nine of Pentacles all in reverse. You're not tending to your garden, or you haven't been. Or it could be where this person was very materialistic and you had to like give a lot, since I have the Six of Pentacles in reverse in the beginning of the reading. One side giving too much, the other side not giving at all or taking too much. Again, could go vice versa for some of you. But you are willing to work a lot. It looks like, you know, or in moving forward. But it's like still a deficit here. Not tending to your own garden, a loss of income or money or stability, troubles with money. This could also be issues with trust too. That if it's not about money and material things, it could be about trust, responsibility, and accountability. Basically things dealing with earth energy here. And this is something you're willing to really take a close look at and work on and remedy, because you're coming up as the magician. You have all the willpower, the talent, you know, the power to fix it, especially for yourself. I mean, it seems like if you do tend to your own garden, there won't be any problem when it comes to this person or partnership, if there is that, you know, problem when it comes to money and stuff. So, you know, I think instead of trying to work things out for this person or for this partnership, you need to pay attention to your own garden, your own empire, your own money, your own security and well-being. Because this person might be like kind of draining in some ways sometimes. Excuse me. Let's look at this over here. Okay, this person is really difficult when it comes to, they have difficulty with change. I mean, they are the Queen of Pentacles, so Queen of Pentacles is not really good at handling change or risk-taking and stuff like that. There is some sort of a massive change going on here. For some of you, it could be in this partnership together, but for others, it could be just person is going through a change apart from you, but there is so much resistance. They don't like change. and it looks like they shut down verbally or mentally. They shut down, and by shutting down or giving the silent treatment, they feel like they can unburden themselves from a lot of anxiety and fear. But it's not really the healthy way to go about it. They're not paying attention to their intuition at all. I do have the moon in reverse for them, along with the 10 of Pentacles. And this person looks like to be very materialistic, by the way, and the world in reverse. There could be some unfinished business between you two, but doesn't have to be. Or this person feels that way, because for you, you have, you know, the Magician, and you started off with the Fool, and you have the Temperance. So yeah, you're fine. They're the ones who are having trouble with handling endings or change here. The world is a Saturn energy, so it's about teaching some really hard-learned lessons, or it's about karma, and this person is not happy with the karma coming towards them, if that's the case. They're trying to avoid it, it seems like. But it's going to be such a illuminating experience. Like, they're gonna have to face a lot of illusions, a lot of, like, you know, maybe they were lying to themselves, or they had all this like facade, you know, confusion. They weren't seeing things for what they really were, or they weren't really being realistic. And Saturn's a really big, you know, really good at teaching that to people. So it's pretty like illuminating for them. They're gonna have to confront a lot of issues, or a single issue intensely, that it might be frightening for them, and they're trying to avoid it. And they think when they avoid it, they're gonna be fine, but it's very temporary. It's a band-aid fix. So band-aid fix for a deep wound, it doesn't really work. It's temporary. With the 10 of Pentacles, it is fulfillment, but it's a 10, so it's still a completion. It's a finality. So something is coming to an end. Something that they feel very secure about, or it's their comfort zone. It could be, again, dealing with finances and material things, or tangible things as well, or family issues. Could be a combination of those, or just one of those. I'm not sure. Might be different for different Geminis, depending on who you're dealing with here. But things are going to change for them, and it's possibly going to be very terrifying for them, or painful. They might be like sort of an avoidant person. They like to be comfortable, stay in their comfort zone. Okay. They're trying to avoid, again, a conflict here. They're trying to avoid a disaster, or something getting very ugly. This could be your energy instead, though. You could be the one who's trying to avoid it. Could be different for different Geminis again. I also have the 8 of Cups. So somebody's walking away here. Could be both, could be you, because you're very much willing to do things on your own, but this person has difficulty detaching or letting go. So, not sure, but somebody's emotionally walking away from the other person. It could be physically too, but definitely emotionally, putting some distance here in order to avoid things getting very ugly. This person, or there could be like passive aggressiveness involved here as well. Or you may feel like you need to be kind of indirect or passive aggressive with this person, and put some emotional distance between you two to avoid things getting very ugly. This person could like hit below the belt, or be very black and white when it comes to seeing people, or in relationships. Like, there's no gray area for them, and they could get really sharp-tongued. If that's the case, like, you're trying to avoid that. I also have the 6 of Cups here too, so this is also another karma card, by the way. So things are coming out to light, and whatever that was done that's bad, whoever did it is going to have to face the consequences, and vice versa. Or things that were done good, you know, they're going to get good things coming towards them. It's about confrontation and consequences. And somebody's very avoidant when it comes to confrontation here. The Six of Cups is also about past. So you could have been dealing with this person for a while. They could be somebody from your past. Doesn't have to be though. Could be again a family member for some of you. You do have some good like memories or experiences with this person, but it's like I believe you don't want to repeat something that has been happening in the past. I'm saying that because I also have the Four of Cups here, and Four of Cups can be about patterns. Three is a pattern. At the fourth one, you're like, no, I'm not going to repeat this over and over again. For some of you, that could be the case. I do have tens here too, so some of you have been dealing with this person for a while. I have three tens actually. And even if there is love here, even if there is passion, somebody's still having to walk away because they don't want to repeat the past. Oops. And they don't want things to get very ugly or deal with like unhealthy behaviors over and over again. All right, anything else for Gemini moving forward? Yeah. I have another card about walking away, but it's difficult. So one person is walking away. Well, there is emotional detachment, but it's difficult to let go of this person mentally. This, for some of you, this could be how you feel or how you are. For others, it could be the other person. I have the Six of Swords in reverse. So difficulty moving on mentally, just repeating things over and over in your head. There is Eight of Cups, so it could go either way, where one of you do walk away, the other person can't. It could also be where, one person walks away, emotionally puts distance, but in their mind, they still have this other person, like, weighing heavy on their mind. So take it how it resonates. So the World card, I want to talk about that. The World card in reverse usually is resistance against an ending or a change, ending of a whole not a chapter, the whole book, the whole journey. But it's usually guided by the universe. It's a divine guiding. So no matter how much the person fights it, it's going to happen. And the more you fight it, the more painful it is, because the more lessons you need to learn and wiser you get when you do go through that. So that change is coming, and plus the reading started with the Fool. For some of you, that world situation or point might have already happened. I'm saying that because it started with the Fool. And I think that you're handling it pretty well if it already has happened for you, where there was a major ending or major shift and change in the situation. But this person is having difficulty letting go or handling this change in a healthy way. Or they may feel like, no, there's still unfinished business. But you're like, I'm fine. I'm healing already. I'm healing. That's how you're showing up. All right, let's see. Anything else for Gemini? All right, elaborate on that one for me. Wow. Yeah, there is definitely karma. Wow. Yeah, you're gonna heal. I got like 3 karma cards so far, 4 karma cards, 5. There's a lot of karma going on here moving forward. Maybe for you already has happened. But I have the King of Pentacles in reverse, so that's about here. King of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Pentacles. Stability. Stubbornness. I think it's letting go of all of that. I really do think it's about letting go of a lot of a stubborn individual or instability. Again, walking away from untrustworthy person who's very materialistic and self-focused, also not really good at laying boundaries or keeping boundaries or respecting boundaries here. Um, you're walking away because it's looking like this. You're walking away from the King of Pentacles in reverse energy or person, out of self-love, out of self-care, or out of love. And this is where you're heading. You're heading towards the star. And also you're heading towards justice. You're also heading towards Wheel of Fortune. That's what I mean. Karma, karma. So ahead of you, walking away from all these issues or materialistic individual or stubborn individual or self-centered individual, maybe a combination of those for some of you, you're heading out of self-love towards healing, clarity, optimism, and hope in your life. You're heading towards justice and fairness. I mean, remember, the reading started with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, along with the Two of Swords. So there was, or is, a lack of justice and fairness and balance here. And you want balance. I mean, the Queen of Swords, Libra, balance. And you're not afraid to address this either, to speak out, express it. And you're going to get your justice, basically. This is good karma coming your way, Gemini. You're asking for it out of self-love, valuing yourself. And there could also be a new passion or new wish, something for you that you realize and move towards with a lot of, again, love and passion. Since I had the Lovers and the Eight of Pentacles, working at something you're very passionate about, whether this is a partnership person or a career or something else, it definitely involves passion over and over again. I keep saying that, but and finally I have the Wheel of Fortune. So turning the wheel, ending an old chapter, old cycle, old situation or partnership, and starting something completely new. I mean, yeah, starting something completely new and fresh here. This is the card you start with. This is what you end with. This is awesome because it's the Wheel of Fortune is supported by the Justice and the Star card. Wonderful. A lot of healing, a lot of optimism, fairness, justice, good karma, lucky change, and fortune for you. So, ending things, if that's the case here, is very good for you. Walking away from problematic individual or situation, very good for you. Whatever you decide to do it out of self-love and valuing yourself, respecting yourself, tending to your own garden, your own empire, your own stability, and fulfillment. This is what you need, is the emotional fulfillment, and I don't think you're getting it here. No matter how much the passion there was or is between you two, I think you're feeling much better by yourself. You go from the Fool to the Magician. You gain a lot of power by standing by yourself and focusing on your own well-being and growth. So, anything else with the Wheel of Fortune here? I think that's it. For now, at least. Yeah. Oh, okay, I'll end it on this one. After the Wheel of Fortune and Justice and Star, all these beautiful cards, you end with the King of Wands. So that's a lot of personal power. You're going to feel like you can go and accomplish or attain anything. You can make things happen and you're not afraid to go after it. You may not be necessarily super extroverted, more so like an introvert, at least when you're working with this energy, but it's coming out of a lot of self-control, self-determination, knowing what you want, feeling powerful, feeling a lot of self-respect and worth, and also having fun, not being too serious either. This is about going out and exploring and having fun, and doing what you love, what you're passionate about. This is also about taking control of your life, taking control of yourself and your partnerships and your relationships, and doing what's best for you, what's necessary. And again, there's a lot of passion here. I keep saying it over and over again, but it's just a lot of cards talking about it. So you could be dealing with a fire sign or have fire placement or aspect in your chart, but doesn't have to be. It's just the energy influencing you. A lot of passion and conviction and personal power. So this person, again, is going to be painful for them, but for you it's empowering. So go ahead and do what's best for you, Gemini, and walk away from toxic situations here. And looks like in the future it works out. You get some good karma and good change. All right, well, that was the reading for Gemini for July and going into August for the next 4 weeks. If it did resonate with you, please do like the video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching and thank you for your patience. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next reading. Take care. Stay strong. Bye-bye.